Maybe it's time to stop playing Ark Survival Ascended. Hello and welcome to the Cricky Cudas. I'm the Monk, and today we're going to be talking about Ark Survival Ascended, a game that was many years in the making, a game that had a huge following before release. Now, I recently reviewed this game as well, and it's one that I've spent hundreds of hours within since launch, and making a video like this isn't exactly something I want to do. However, this game certainly isn't what I expected it to be. I mean, Ark Survival Evolved was an amazing game, perhaps one of the best survival games of all time. The amount of content that game offers or offered is just astronomical. And when you consider that to what Ark Survival Ascended is currently offering, it's just uncomparable. Now, unfortunately, this game released with only one map. Now, we all knew that going in. The island, unfortunately, happens to be the one the players dislike the most. Now, the main reason for that is because it's one of the smallest maps. It's one of the dullest maps. It has nothing but the basic dinosaurs within it. And that's a real shame. We are now 3 months in, and of course they have let us know that the center, which wasn't meant to be coming out first, but then they brought it out saying, hey, the center's going to come out before Scorch. Now the center has been delayed indefinitely because it turns out they handed this project to another team. And so instead, Scorch is going to be coming out in April. That is still another month away at least. Not to mention the fact that the dinosaur that was going to be coming out on Ragnarok, which they said was going to come out on the center, is now coming out on the island. Forgive me if you're struggling to keep up with what I'm saying, because as a fan and a player, I struggle to keep up with what's happening with this game on a daily basis. Every single piece of information that we have ever got about Ark Survival Ascended has been drips and drabs, and the pattern of play, the roadmap, if you will, for this game has been chopped and changed so much. It is, quite frankly, extremely difficult to keep updated with what's going on with the game. Now, even if we put all of that aside and say, okay, so we're not going to be getting maps anytime soon, we're not going to be getting extra content anytime soon, and we're going to have to constantly rely on the mod system if we want that extra content. Well, how about start talking about what made this game what it was? The multiplayer, the ability to play this game with your friends across multiple different servers and multiple different genres. Well, unfortunately, if you like playing PvP official or even PvE official, those servers are absolutely awful to play on at the moment. Now, this game hasn't just come out, and we haven't not received updates to try and fix the issues. But at the end of the day, the servers are still horrendous to play on. We have bugs that just come out of absolute nowhere. You have to turn down the graphics to get the game to even play remotely okay. There are console command cheats on PvP official servers. You're able to dupe things almost at free will at times, it seems. There was no anti-cheat for Windows players whatsoever. And recently we just had transfers open for these official servers, and immediately players lost their characters. You're talking about characters that have spent hundreds of hours to level up, to get the correct engrams and stuff like that. It's real time that people have lost. And quite frankly, the game is in a shocking state. Now, this game certainly isn't unplayable, but it's definitely not the game that was promised to us way back when before launch. And the roadmap going forward looks absolutely nothing like what it is supposed to look like, what was promised to us again before launch too. Now, don't get me wrong, as a player, as a fan, I am very excited to have Scorched Earth hitting us in April. But despite the fact that I didn't even like the center, I was looking forward to there being another map on the game. You know, sooner that meant more content. It meant more creatures. It meant more space to be able to build the awesomeness that is within this game. It's just extremely disappointing to see a game that had so much potential, a game that had, you know, been being played with for many years, not being anywhere near suitable for what we all expected as fans of the game. And as a previous PvP official player, a strict PvP official player, I don't think I'm ever going to return to those servers because there seems to be absolutely nothing to stop cheats. There seems to be absolutely nothing to stop the toxicity that is on those servers. Wildcard even tried to bring out Fight of the Fittest just to try and give us a little bit more content, but if you look at those servers today, they are completely barren. In fact, if you load up Steam, you will see that there are more players on Ark Survival Evolved than there are on Ark Survival Ascended, and that simply, guys, is because this game does not offer the content that we are used to. Now, does this mean that this game has no future? No, I very much doubt that at all. I think they can recover. I think they can pick up. I think that given time, the maps will release and there will be more things for us players to do and enjoy. But the timescale that we're looking at, unfortunately, looks remarkably lackluster. And it really is a real shame because I was one of those people that went to all of my friends that we all played together for many years and explained to them that I believe this was a good thing. Ark Survival Ascended finally come out. Ark Survival Evolved was an extremely old game. It was, you know, designed for the old gen consoles. This was going to be a next gen game that really made this game shine for what it actually was. And unfortunately what we got was an absolute mess. So looping back around to my very first words, perhaps it's time we step away from Ark Survival Ascended and revisit it in 6 to 9 months. Maybe on its year 1 anniversary of release date, this game will finally start looking somewhat playable again. But for me, unfortunately, it's just not one that I can recommend to my friends or to the viewers on the channel, and that's a real shame. Anyway guys, thank you for joining me in a little bit of a rant video about the game, more because I'm disappointed with what we got than anything else. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content that you watched. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. But more importantly, if you have played this game, if you played Evolved, perhaps this is the first time you've ever played this game at all, let me know down in the comments what you think, what you thought, and what you hoped to see in the future. Personally, I hope we don't have to rely on mods in the future, and I hope that these maps come out a hell of a lot quicker than I fear that they will. But I think for now, I'm just going to stick to the Deddy cluster that I'm currently on, which is Ark Addicts Hangout. So if you want a Deddy server to play along with, and you want a little bit of space to kind of see what this game has to offer, you know where we are. We also do have a Discord. The link is down in the description. But until next time, I've been a monk who's been curious, and I will see you in the next video real soon. Until then, take it easy and happy gaming.